big win 2 weeks ago at Turf Force in Lexington. This is one of the guys, and I talked about this on the last broadcast. He was youth grappler for a couple years, made the way, not getting paid, still not getting paid, but show up, grapple before the events, stay and watch all the fights.
Right.
A student of the game, coming out of Viper Pit MMA. 2 weeks ago, he fought a much more experienced. He was 1-0, fought a much more experienced fighter who was on the cusp of going pro, knocked him out within the first minute and a half.
Right.
So this is a guy. Everything goes good for him. This will be a tough test for him here. Everything goes good for him. Kim Beverly is a name that I think 2 or 3 years from now, maybe not even before he can, legally buy alcohol, you can see him somewhere on the next level.
Absolutely, absolutely. And this will definitely be a test. He's fighting Aaron Allen out of Area 502. And Coach Perkins and Coach Judy really know how to get their guys together and get them ready.
Absolutely.
And that's the beauty of it. Mr. Beverly going to be able, he's growing up in the sport. I mean, like you said, he did youth grappling, and I mean, when he was not even legal to be able to fight. Now he's already fighting in the MMA, and this is going to be a good little show.
I'm going to have to get some confirmation. I'm not sure he's out of high school yet.
Maybe very impressive.
He may have just graduated.
You know how you hear about the fight in Ferguson and stuff. You can hear about the Beverlys here.
Absolutely.
For a little while. But now Aaron Allen's no joke. Good stand-up fighter. Muay Thai centric. He will try to take his angles and just try to bang on Mr. Beverly.
They say styles make fights. We've got a very strong Muay Thai fighter against a very strong grappler. Where will it come? Will this go all 3 rounds? 1 fight left before intermission, and this is it. Kim Beverly versus Aaron Allen at 160 pounds. Gary Copeland's going to kick us off.
Here we go. And this ought to be a pretty decent fight. They're both pretty technical young men. You got
Aaron Allen to kick first.
And then you got Kim Beverly trying to do the hip toss. Aaron Allen needs to just keep his hips centered down. Throw some knees there.
Knee to the quad.
And as you can see, Mr. Beverly with his grappling experience and how to do that single leg.
Body shot from Allen. Knee from Beverly. Good mixing it up.
Absolutely, absolutely. Good shots from the guys. Aaron Allen trying to scoop him up. Look at, see, that's
Allen caught Beverly there.
Right. This is a good, very entertaining fight. They're both trying to work both their game plans, and I think they're clashing together.
Yeah, it is. It's you see a lot of this clinch work, but these guys are trying to set something up. I would look for Beverly to maybe drop a level, try to scoop him up, or throw those knees. And you know that Allen's wanting to get his knees in there somewhere.
And as soon as he got his hips out around to watch, his right knee, bam.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, you can tell by his positioning. Now they're just throwing leather.
And big shots from both guys.
Yeah, Mr. Beverly got caught a little bit. That's why he clinched up on.
And he gets the takedown. Let's see how Allen is on his back.
And that's how wrestlers recover. You get caught with something, you got to take it down.
It's instinct. They've been doing it their whole life. You just take them down. It's going to give you a little bit to regain your senses.
Breathe through your nose, out your mouth. He's a little high, but he has a cage on his side to keep Mr. Allen from sweeping him out. Now we need Mr. Allen to see, and you can tell Mr. Allen has more of a jiu-jitsu or a kickboxing because his hips are flat on the mat.
He's trying to stand up with his upper body. He's not using his legs. He's got up.
Right. And see Coach Perkins over there is coaching him up.
Beverly's got this.
It'd be hard to choke him out from the side.
He needs to kind of spin around.
That's not a lot of pressure.
No. Allen escapes, and we are back to the center of the cage.
There we go.
Beverly dips under a punch, locks it up once again.
Takes a lot to get out of there and get back on your feet, too. As you saw, Mr. Allen's mouth is open a little bit. But, you've got to try to keep those underhooks, and even between wrestling and Thai boxing, it's the same basic concept. If you can get those underhooks in, you get a good clinch and you can throw the knees. If you do get an underhook in and you want a hip toss or arm triangle or whatever, when you're in that position in trap fighting that close, it's a good head kick.
Beverly going with those left hands.
Did you see that? That was decent. But then he went automatically to a takedown.
Yep.
If he'd have taken a step to the right and thrown some jabs or something, he caught Mr. Allen, and he's got 10 seconds left in the round. But
very good first round of the fight. Beverly bleeding a little bit from his nose. Here we go. We're out of the first round for the first time tonight at Hardrock MMA 73. Excellent round for both men.
And both gentlemen they come out of good camps. You know they're not going to gas out after the first round. You know, they're both going to settle into the game plan, most likely the second round. You've got, you know, Coach Perkins probably going to be telling Mr. Allen, you know, you've got to move your hips. You know, ground game, Mr. Perkins has got it going on.
What I would be saying if I was Phil Perkins right now, work in space. You're not going to get that much opportunity before he tries to swarm you.
Right.
Work in that space, get your shots in. If I'm in Beverly's corner, I'm saying swarm him.
Right
Do
on,
not give him any room
Close
to
the
throw
gap.
those shots.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Get out of the red zone of striking. You know, if you're going to take them down, take them down. But no, and Mr. Allen needs to work his angles. As soon as Ken Beverly tries to take a shot, you know, lay that leather or throw some knees or kicks.
Donald Neese in the corner of Ken Beverly giving his instructions. Philip Perkins in the corner of Aaron Allen.
For $10,
amateurs get 90 seconds in between rounds. Pros get a minute.
For $10, find her and get your Hardrock
And you
MMA
can and you can tell the evolution of MMA, and especially amateur-wise. Used to be, you know, not guys didn't have any cut kits, didn't have anything to help your guys out. You know, now these guys have had 90 seconds to recover, to get coaching, to get blood through their oxygen and back into their blood. And here comes the right. You know, next minute, it's gonna be a fun one.
Here we go. We see Beverly goes right at it.
Right.
Allen's defending very well, though.
He's got to get to see. Did you hear his corner? Allen's corner gets to get the underhooks. That way he can nullify that takedown, because now Mr. Beverly's going to have to transition levels or judo toss him. But Mr. Allen practices against that. And with the Muay Thai guy, especially if you're in a clinch,
saw Allen hesitate there a little bit.
Right.
I'd like to see him throw that shot. Double leg. Not working. Good defense by Aaron Allen. But now we see Beverly right in front of us here.
Putting chest pressure down, trying to get his hips out. He's going to try to pull Mr. Allen's hips out to level his back out. But Mr. Allen can use the cage in his advantage. He needs to walk the cage and bring his legs over so he can't mount. To nullify the mount, he needs to walk the cage, because that nullifies the mount. You can use the cage as your partner.
Yeah, you got your leverage there.
Yes, sir. And the same thing.
And he's out.
Absolutely. And then the
Beverly
same thing,
spins back around.
and trying to take his
Now
back.
he's got his back.
Now he's back in the guard. It's very hard to choke from that angle. But on the other hand, when Mr. Beverly was in the mount, if he would have used the cage to his advantage by keeping Allen's shoulders and his hips against the thing, that would have been his advantage.
Absolutely. Beverly holding on, desperate to get another takedown. Aaron Allen defending very well here.
Oh, he sucked that up. I didn't think he was going to be able to suck that up. That was
for this young man. This is the first fight he's had. Just went out of the first round. That's going to take a lot out of him. We'll see how he adjusts.
And you can tell that his takedowns are getting a little slower. His transitioning levels is getting a little slower. Now, Mr. Allen needs to start moving his hips side to side and start getting Mr. Beverly off balance and start trying to sweep out that guard or start working some submissions.
We talked about this in the grappling match earlier. Great position for the grappler to be on bottom. Probably not such a great position for Allen right now to be on bottom with a grappler.
Right.
Then we see the fist coming from Beverly.
Right. But if Mr. Allen uses his jiu-jitsu transition with his legs and his hips, he can keep that was a hard one. He can keep Mr. Beverly waving side to side, and those strikes will not connect as hard. Now he's putting a little pressure on transition, but he's got to watch out. Mr. Beverly's got to watch out putting that pressure down on his jaw, because Mr. Allen can transition into an arm bar.
Absolutely. Trying to roll him over.
He had a potential triangle. He should have laid back on his back.
Trying to take his back here, getting the hooks in.
Mr. Allen could have had a triangle, but he's got both hooks in, so we got to make sure that Mr. Allen sweeps his chest.
10 seconds to go. Beverly trying to work something, trying to soften him up.
This is going to go to third round. This is a great fight. These two gentlemen
There we go.
Great.
2 rounds.
Great
so
exhibition of
far.
skill. And did you see Mr. Beverly hit the cage? He's tired. He
Yes,
went
he
to get
is.
up and he fell against the cage. Right now, what needs to happen is both corners need to close their damn mouth, breathe through their nose, out their mouth, 10 long breaths. That shortens your heart rate. That slows your heart
Beverly
rate down by 40
looks-
beats a minute.
He looks
He's going
very
gas out.
exhausted.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the thing. If you take the deep breaths, it'll slow your heart rate down by 40 beats a minute, and it'll help you reoxygenate your blood, because right now your heart's going, oh shit, oh no, oh no, oh no.
Yeah.
You know, and you just need to always keep your posture strong. I'm more of a person that thinks we should have a stool in there because it helps your posture.
The stools are available, I believe. There's stools here.
Because especially with Mr. Beverly, and he's getting weak on his knees, see?
Yeah.
And so he can't reoxygenate his blood because his knees are locking out.
Yeah.
And so what's going to happen is, I tell you what, if Mr. Allen connects 1 or 2 punches, see, and see how he's standing with his knees locked? He shouldn't be standing with his knees locked. That stops blood flow and oxygenation to the brain. And so they need to be taking deep breaths and focusing on the reoxygenation. You know, a little bit of water, who cares? You know what I'm saying? You can't rehydrate yourself. Now, you got to get that oxygen.
Not only that, very warm in here right now.
Absolutely.
It's very warm in
and
here.
it's humid. And, it takes a lot out of you. Oh, it does.
I'll be looking forward when the sun goes down. Here we go, the 3rd and final round of fight number 5. Ken Beverly in the black trunks, Aaron Allen in the red. Gary Copeland tells him to touch him up.
Here we go. And you see how
If
Mr.
you had to be a
Bev-
judge right now, right on the spot, who do you have winning this fight?
First round, the whole fight, it's a close one. First round, Mr. Beverly did very well. Second round, Mr. Allen transitioned out of the aggression, was a little bit more aggressive. This is going to come down to cardio. This is going to come down to who is the most prepared to go to the 3rd round.
Absolutely. I agree. I think we're about 1-1 right now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But you never know what's in the judges' hands. I would like to see one of these guys go for the finish. You see Beverly on top.
And see, now Mr. Beverly can use the cage to his advantage, because unless Mr. Allen walks that cage, Mr. Beverly's going to be able to use that right hand to throw strikes. But you can see, they practice that cage walk up at area 502, and he's going to, if he keeps his arms in, he can at least slide out the back too.
Absolutely.
If he keeps walking, but he keeps his arms out, might set himself
See,
up
he's
for an
sliding
arm
out right now.
Right there.
Beverly's
He's gonna hook
trying to
his
think of
legs.
what am I going to do
And
here?
the only thing he's got to do is watch out for the arm bar. If his arms are straight out and the gentleman knows how to transition properly.
Beverly adjusts well. Still on top.
He's got to walk
Dropping
that cage.
bombs
And
right
see,
now.
Mr. Allen needs to walk his feet the other way towards the cage, not away from the cage, because Mr. Beverly can scoot Mr. Allen's head up against that cage, and once again, to his advantage, he can use that to wedge
He's going to
Mr.
try
Allen.
to sneak in a choke if he can flatten him out.
We only have, looks like, 1 good hook in. The other one, he's got the other one kind of. Let's see, he's right. Mr. Allen's right there with Coach Perkins. Coach Perkins going to be able to coach him out. Now he needs to spin chest to chest, and he'll be fine.
Does he have? He's got
he's got a deep. It looks kind of deep. Looks kind of deep. He's got to go chest on chest. But see, he's not.
Oh, yeah. He's fighting it 2-on-1.
He's got to go chest on chest. His mouthpiece is coming out.
Both these guys tired. Both these
Right.
guys. 125% in this fight.
This is a beautiful fight. Great transitions. Now,
he escaped.
Now, the torque that Mr. Beverly used on that is gassed. I mean,
Now Beverly finds himself on the bottom.
Allen gets on top and can transition and get some good strikes, then, he's won. Oh, wow.
Wow.
Another
Both
transition.
guys bloody, battered. Beverly still
Great
throwing
fight.
shots.
These guys are giving it their all. This is a great fight. Amateur exhibition at its finest right here.
Beverly looks extremely gassed, still pushing through that.
Go. And Mr. Allen needs to transition over back to his feet and transition out. All Mr. Beverly has to do is push his head away and get his hips set into wherever he needs to go.
We've got about 15 seconds left here in this phenomenal 5th fight of the night.
This could decide it. 10 seconds left. This could decide it. What's going to happen? Great fight. Phenomenal fight between these two young men.
Beverly scoring shots with and that is it. 3 rounds in the books. Fight number 5. And we see the sportsmanship. Beverly pulls up Allen.
Great fight
around.
between those two gentlemen. It was a great fight.
Absolutely.
I think, unfortunately for Mr. Allen, the last 10 seconds, Mr. Beverly landed those shots. And the last thing those refs are going to remember, the judges are going to remember,
Absolutely.
is those 5 or 6 shots to the head. What a beautiful fight between these two young men. Absolutely great fight. Phenomenal fight.
Both these guys gave it their all. May be cliche, but nobody's a loser in this one.
Yes, sir, because when we do the Google, there will be a loser here. In a minute.
Ken Beverly, 30-27 across the board. Interesting.
I wouldn't have. It would have been that on my card. It would have been that far apart. 30-27 is a little
29, 2-1 Beverly.
right.
Allen